Good morning and welcome to Yoga with Maria. Hope you're all well. Yes, Saturday morning. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, it's nice to see your faces. Hopefully again the sun's shining where you are, and if it's not, let's pretend that it is. Make sure you've got a good clear space around you wherever you are this morning, and just also check within yourselves if you've got any injuries, to be really mindful of those. Listen to your body, don't push it, just pull back. You can always just sit and breathe. You can always just come back into a mountain pose and just take your time. We're just going to go with the flow this morning. Saturday morning yoga. So thanks, it's so nice to have you all here with me this morning. So let's begin by closing our eyes. Get yourself into a nice comfy position. And let's just take a few moments just for ourselves this morning. So just lengthening that spine, lengthening the neck. Just smile. Everything's going to be all right, even when it feels like it's not. It is. We got yoga. So just allow those shoulders to relax. Yeah, and just breathing in and out through the nose. Just calming that breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. And just have a little think about something that you would like to achieve today. And that can be something within the session, or perhaps something just that you want to achieve in the day. It doesn't have to be anything work related. It can just be simply that you want to spend half an hour in the outside world. Maybe you want to cook a nice meal or send a message to somebody, tell them that you love them. Just spend these next few moments just having a little think about something nice that you'd like to do for yourself, as I say, either during the session or just actually throughout your day. And really visualize yourself doing that nice thing, that lovely thing for yourself. Keeping the breath flowing in and out through the nose, feeling the shoulders relax. Each in-breath, you're just filling your whole body with new energy. And keeping your eyes closed, let's together inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together, exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And again, inhaling nice and gently through the nose. Palms together, exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And one more time, inhaling. Bringing the palms together, exhale, bring them to rest at your heart center. And we'll begin our class this morning on an Om. Inhaling through the nose. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy your practice this morning. Like I say, just listen to your body. Actually, if you want to, if you feel like in the moment that you want to maybe extend or do a different thing, you go with that. Yeah. If during the sun salutation that you think, I want to take a bit more time, or actually I want to go a little bit faster, then so long as you're listening to your body and you're placing your feet and your hands where you think they need to be, nice and solidly, nice and grounded, just go with that. Go with the flow. Let's just do a little bit of breathing this morning, just to kind of really center that and focus that in. So let's bring one hand on the lower belly and one hand on the chest. And you can close your eyes for this, or you can keep them open. And we're just going to continue that breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And you're just allowing that breath to kind of come past your chest and fill up that lower part of your belly. Just rising a little bit as you breathe in, and then just going in as you breathe out. Just enjoy feeling that belly rising and falling with the breath. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. And again, let's just see if you can make that breath lighter, more subtle, almost as if you can't hear it. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And if you want to apply a tiny little bit of pressure on the chest and the belly, so you can really of your belly, keeping the breath nice and subtle, nice and light, nice and easy. Beautiful. And then you can just release the hands and just keep that breath flowing in and out through the nose. Relaxing the jaw. Great. And when you're ready, if you've got your eyes closed, you can open them. And let's just bring some movement into the shoulders. So just keeping that movement in touch with the breath. So just in your own rhythm, your own time, you're inhaling, bringing the shoulders up. And then your exhale, rotating them back. So nice big circles with those shoulders. So you're really kind of using that entire movement of the shoulders. Like, how big can you make the circles? And then just taking them in the opposite direction. And again, just see how much time you can take over that movement. And then bring those shoulders up to the ears. And then just letting them go. And again, inhaling. And then release. And then again, squeeze them up. And release. And this is kind of where we always want them to be during our practice. Let's inhale, bring the chest forward. And exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. Always trying to find that gap between your shoulder and your ear. Great. And this takes, if you want to take some rotations with that chest. And again, you can keep that movement nice and slow, nice and controlled. So you're really getting into all those little nooks and crannies of the back. And then just change direction. And then just bringing that to a stillness. Let's take the arms out And then just to start circling the wrists. So again, you're dropping those shoulders. Yeah. Keeping the arms nice and long. And then just taking those twists in the opposite direction. Lengthening in those arms, lengthening in the spine. Taking the fingers towards the ceiling and then to the floor. To the ceiling and the floor. Keeping that breath flowing in and out through the nose. Great. And then let's just take those arms up and then bring them down. Touch the floor, but then bring them straight back up. Again, you're kind of lengthening in those arms. Using that breath with the movement. And a few more. Let's bring those arms out in front. And let's just turn one of the palms towards the ceiling and give it a little stretch out. Again, just bringing that shoulder down away from the ear. Great. Give it a little twist and then change arm to the ceiling and just give it a stretch, dropping that shoulder. Great. And then a little twist. And again, let's just take one arm behind us. Just give the elbow a nice little push. And you can stay there. Maybe that's just a good little stretch this morning. But if you want to try and grab that hand, you can. Oh. Yeah, and once you've grabbed it, see if you can lengthen that spine and lengthen the neck. Yes. Great. And then release. And try it on the other side. Again, just tuck in the elbow. And then if you want to try and grab that hand. I don't know about you, it's always easier on one side for me than the other. Again, see if you can lengthen that neck. Great. And then let's release. Just get those shoulders a little jiggle up and down. Yeah. And let's bring ourselves into a nice squat this morning. So again, with your squat, I mean, actually, we're going to do some legs with it. But don't worry too much about rolling the mat up underneath you. Let's just take one of our legs out. Stretch it out. So you've got options. You can keep on your tiptoes, or if you want to sit on that heel, it kind of just changes the dynamic of the movement. And then just just be nice and gentle to yourself to start with. So taking yourself over to one side, letting that leg stretch out, enjoy that stretch. And then walking it over to the other side, and just do a few of these for yourself in your own time. But just enjoy that kind of stretch with that leg. And then if you want to start taking the hands away, then you can, if you feel that your legs are warm enough. But don't worry if not, because it's the first thing. Great. And then just bringing yourself back into your squat. And again, actually, what we're trying to look for is try and get the heels now on the floor. So nice wide stance, bring these elbows and pushing the legs out. I'll turn to the side. So try and lengthen in that spine, lengthen in your neck. And if those heels are sticking up, just roll your mat and just put the mat underneath your heels just to help give you some support. And then from here, let's take our left hand on our right ankle and let's lengthen and open that arm up towards the ceiling. And once you've done a few on one side, you can change for the other. So bringing the right hand on the left ankle, then extending the left arm up. You're opening that chest. And then from here, you can just take either both hands kind of around the back of your ankles, or you can bring the palms underneath your soles of your feet. It just makes the balance a little bit more difficult. And from here, you're just going to stand up and lengthen the legs. Just enjoy keeping the head nice and heavy, and then sit back down in your squat. You've either got your hands on behind your ankles or underneath your soles of your feet. Again, don't worry about getting your legs straight if they're, feeling a little bit stiff this morning. It's just about lengthening just a little bit, enjoying that stretch. And when you come back into your squat, see if you can lengthen that spine, lengthen that neck. And then you can release the hands. And then from here, you can just enjoy sitting in your squat again for a moment. Or if you want to have a little play around, going out into your plank, have a little walk out and back. And actually this morning, just change it up. Maybe don't go forward and backwards. Go out to the diagonal. Maybe actually you want to lift one arm up. Keep it nice and light. Maybe actually you want to walk those hands behind. So it's kind of just freeing up that movement and allowing your body to kind of find different shapes in the space. Bringing one hand up, maybe the other hand. Maybe when you're out in your plank, you want to just lift one of the legs up. So, you're not kind of pushing it. Maybe you want to bring a leg up in front. Keeping that breath flowing in and out through the nose. And just enjoying the space around you. What can you do without putting too much strain on your body? And then eventually just bring yourself into your nice tabletop. Just regain your breath back. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width distance. And then nice and gently inhaling, taking your gaze up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bringing it towards your chest. Your little cat-cows. Again, re-establishing that nice rhythm with your breath. In and out through the nose. And again, you can start to free this movement up. Bringing that weight forward. Sitting back, just getting your disco cat on. And even with this, you can tuck the toes. Maybe just stretch back into a little downward dog for a moment if you want. Lift the knees up. Sit back in a prayer pose or in a child's pose. Bringing the weight on the hands for a second. Really getting into that back. Enjoying the free flow of your movement. And then again, just bringing that to a stillness. And then it's just taking nice opposition. So taking your right hand and then your left leg, lengthen. Bringing the tummy in towards the spine. Keeping the neck nice and long. And then release. And the other side, extending the left arm and then the right leg. Lengthening and reaching. Beautiful. Bring that tummy in towards the spine. Keep that neck nice and long. And then release. And let's take our right arm up all the way to the ceiling. And then thread it underneath the left arm and bring the ear towards the floor. Thread the needle. And then on the other side, so coming back up and taking the left arm up and threading it underneath. Bringing that ear down on towards the mat. Great, and then bringing yourself up, tucking your toes, walking yourself back into your ragdoll. Just give your head a nice little nod, a little shake. Nice deep bend in the knees, just to enjoy being nice and floppy with the head. Maybe you want to do a few twists, or maybe you want to take your hands actually behind you, interlace your fingers, and stretch those arms, bringing the palms together. But again, you're just allowing, sort of gravity to take those hands behind you. And then releasing the hands if you've got them clasped. And bring yourself up through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. And just to enjoy that moment of nice alignment in your body. Just work your way over to the front of your mat. Again, just kind of enjoy massaging your feet. So, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. You can kind of stretch out the top of the foot. Maybe rock back and forth on your heels and your toes. And then just make sure you've got enough space behind you, bringing yourself into your mountain pose, toes touching, heels slightly apart, or with your feet hip width distance, whichever feels most comfortable. Engaging those glutes, tummy in towards the spine, chest nice and open, you can smile, shoulders back, neck nice and long. Your grounded mountain pose. Inhaling, let's take our arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Just keep your eyes on your hands for a second. Just hold this. Really spread those fingers. Check that your hands are shoulder width apart. You've got them where you want them. And then step back into your plank. Bring that weight forward. Bums down, squeeze the glutes, belly in towards the spine. Nice lengthening in the spine, lengthening in the neck. Make sure you're breathing. Nice. Hold that for a few more moments, and then if you need to, bring the knees down. And then let's take our chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. And again, just a few moments. Few nice breaths, subtle breaths in the up stretch. Really squeeze those glutes, take the pressure from the lower back. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. And have a little walk around with your feet if you want to. Twist the hips. If you want to just do a little three-legged dog for a moment and just let the hips stack one on top of the other, you can. Or just find that nice stillness with your down dog. Hip width distance apart for your feet, pressing the heels into the floor. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands, step your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Let's go straight in for another one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Plant the hands exactly where you want them. Let's step or jump back into your plank. Weight slightly forward. Squeeze the glutes. Knees down if you need to. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, let's see if you can make that breath nice and light, nice and subtle. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Squeeze those glutes. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands, step or do a little jump towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Let's go straight in for another one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands where you want them. Step or jump back. Knees down if you need to, chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Gorgeous. Yeah. Spread those fingers. Gaze towards the belly button. Inhale, take the gaze towards the hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Great, let's just take a few moments. Mountain pose, toes touching, heels slightly apart. Neck nice and long, squeeze those glutes. It's an active pose, even though it's still. We're going to go for our sun salutation sequence B, but with some variations. So let's inhale, exhale, bend. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale for your chair pose. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen the arms. Bring those knees together so you've got some nice support. Strengthen the legs. Beautiful, yes. Let's bring those palms together. Let's take the left arm over towards that right leg. We're going to go for a twisted chair. Yes. Bring the palms in towards the chest. Let that left knee come back in line with the right. Gaze towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Planting the hands. Step or jump back into your plank, chaturanga. Knees down if you need, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's step through with the right leg. I'll do it with you. Warrior one. Nice 90-degree bend in the leg, in the knee. Shoulders down, arms up. Checking that these hips are nice and square with that right leg. Open into your warrior two. You are opening the hips to the lengthways of your mat. Just double check that you've got that nice 90-degree bend in your knee. Gaze towards the right fingertips. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Let's try our warrior three. So bringing the weight onto the right foot. We're going to lengthen forward with the arms and then lift the left leg behind us. We're going to try and create a nice T shape with the body. And don't worry if you go off balance, just bring yourself back down. And let's reverse the warrior. So put the right foot down, the left foot rather. And then let's reverse the warrior, taking the right arm back, taking the gaze towards that right forearm. And then cartwheeling the arms round and down, stepping back into your plank. Knees down if you need, chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's take this on the other side. So stepping through with the left leg. Again, spend a few moments just setting yourself up for your warrior one. A nice 90-degree bend, hips squaring off towards that left knee. The right foot pressing into the floor, arms up, shoulders down. Squeezing the glutes. Opening into your warrior two. Great. Nice. Lengthening in those arms, gaze towards the left fingertips. And then again, let's just see if we can go into our warrior 3. Bringing the weight onto that left leg, lengthening, bringing that right leg up, lengthening in the arms, nice T shape. Beautiful. Even if you're not getting very high with that leg, just see if you can straighten and lengthen it. Yeah. Just squeeze that glute. Beautiful. Really nice. Let's put that foot down and reverse the warrior. Take the gaze towards the left forearm. And then cartwheeling the arms round and down onto the mat, stepping back into your chaturanga. Knees down if you need, chest down, chin down, inhale, up dog. Tucking the toes, exhale, down dog. And just enjoy that nice stretch through the arms, through the legs. Really bringing that belly button in towards the spine. Squeeze that pelvic floor, squeeze those glutes. Keep that breath flowing in and out through the nose. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. We're going to go for our chair pose. Lengthen the arms, let's bring the palms together. Let's take the twisted chair on the other side. So bringing that right elbow over to the left knee. Arms together, towards the chest. Gaze towards the ceiling. Bring that right knee back in line with the left. Then open out again into your chair. Lengthen those arms. Drop the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes. Great. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Strength from the inside. Nice. Coming all the way up. And release. Yeah. Well done, guys. Really good. Great work. Let's do a nice forward fold but wide leg. A nice wide stance, bringing those toes just in a little bit towards each other. Great. Just hands on the hips for a sec. Just check that the bum isn't sticking out behind you, that it's tucking itself underneath. Lengthen that spine, lengthen that neck. You're nice and solid. Beautiful. Let's bring those arms up. And then we're going to bend forward. So you're keeping the legs straight. If you feel a bit of strain at the back of the knees, just bend the knees a little bit. So you're taking a bit of pressure off. Yeah. Lengthening in that neck. Nice breaths in and out through the nose. And then let's just take those hands down. Give that head a little nod. Your head's nice and loose. Again, nice deep bend in the knees if you need to. Don't worry about trying to make them straight. And let's take the first finger and the middle finger, and we're going to hook the big toes. Again, just take a look at your wrists. Make sure they're not kind of coming in towards each other, but you're going to round them off. You're going to popping them out in the opposite direction. And then let the head hang heavy again. And just from here, with each out breath, just see if you can lengthen up in those legs. But don't worry about trying to get them straight. Just keep nodding that head, making sure it's nice and relaxed. And then let's release the toes. You're going to take your left hand to your right foot. Hold that foot or your ankle. And then we're going to extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. Left hand on the right foot, and then extend the right arm up behind you. Little twist. Just see if you can keep your torso, your belly and your chest close to that right leg. And then releasing that, let's change over for the other side. So you're bringing your right hand to your left foot or your left ankle. And then extending that left arm up behind you. Great. Again, see if you can try and keep your belly, your chest against your leg, which means you might have to bend it a little bit. Just keep that breath flowing in through the nose and out through the nose. Great. And then releasing that. Again, let's now take the arms behind us again. We're going to clasp those palms together if you can. Interlace the fingers. And just allow the hands to drop behind you. Breathing into those shoulders. Releasing the hands, lengthening forward again with those arms. You're kind of bringing yourself into that kind of tabletop. Lengthening the neck, reaching forward. Great. Lengthening, lengthening. Beautiful. And then coming all the way up. Super. Let's do nice eagle pose. Let's kind of close it up now. So I'll do it with you. I'll mirror you. Arms nice and long. We're going to take the right arm underneath the left. And then the right leg is going to come up and over for your eagle. You're squeezing everything together. You're sitting back in it. So if you're tempted to lean forward, see if you can draw that spine up. Yes. Bring the shoulders down. Squeeze everything. Don't worry if you go off balance. Yeah, you just get back in there. And then coming up, releasing, lengthening the arms. Let's take the left arm underneath the right. And the left leg up and over. And you're squeezing everything. Sitting back in that pose. And then just see if you can lengthen in the spine. Maybe sit a little deeper. Really good. Great, great balancing. And then releasing. And then just, letting those arms go. Yeah, it's good. Nice and loose. Beautiful. Let's do a nice little, we did a lunge yesterday, but I think we'll do another lunge today because it's good to do our lunges. So I'll do it with you. Let's bring our right foot on the floor. Take the left leg behind you. If that knee doesn't feel so comfortable against the floor, put a little cushion or a little mat or something underneath. Roll up your mat. Let's bring both hands on the same side, on the inside of that right foot. So both hands are on the inside of the right foot. And what we're trying to do is we're going to let this right knee just fall open slightly. So it's going outwards a little bit. Your palms are on the floor to help support. You're just letting that hip open out. And then bringing the knee back in towards that right arm. So your arm and your leg are in nice contact with each other. Great. If you can, see if you can bring your elbows on the floor, but keep that knee in towards the body. If that's like impossible, maybe you just do one elbow on the floor. If that's still not like, you're like, no way can I do that? Keep those hands there, but see if you can bend the elbows so you're kind of just lowering into it slightly. But you're trying to keep now that right knee hugged into your body. And then coming up, and let's just sit back on the left heel. You can stay up, but we're just going to lengthen this right leg. Bring the toes up towards the ceiling. And then you're just going to stretch it out the front that way. So you can either stay up on that knee or you can sit back on the heel and lengthen forward that way. And whichever one you feel is going to get the most stretch in that right leg. Nice. So again, you're just kind of engaging that glute. Really engage that leg to take the pressure off it. Yeah, so don't worry about if you can't get your head nowhere near it. And then bringing that weight forward again. And then from here, you're going to lift those arms up and take them back into a mini back bend. If you want, you can tuck the toes of the left foot and bring it up into a low lunge, and then do a little mini back bend, opening your chest towards the ceiling. Nice. Really engage those glutes. Beautiful. Bringing those shoulders down. And then let's bring the arms down. And let's just change legs. So we're going to bring the left foot forward now. Bring that right foot right behind us. Again, put something underneath that right knee if you need to. We're going to bring both hands on the inside of the left foot. And then we're just going to let that hip open, and the knees is going to fall out slightly. And again, just enjoy that moment of that hip opening in the opposite direction. And then bringing that left knee back in line with the left arm. And again, we're just going to hold this position. You can allow that hip, the right hip, to sink down a little bit. If you can get the elbows down, then you can go with that. If you can't get both elbows, maybe just one, or hands straight and then bend the elbows. And again, you're keeping that left knee now, that left leg tucked in right against that left arm, your left shoulder. You're really having to keep that left leg active. And then let's sit back on that right heel, or you can stay sat up and just lean forward into that left leg. Your left toes pointing to the ceiling. So again, it's up to you if you want to sit back on it. Actually, if that feels a little bit more comfortable, that you're gaining a bit more of a stretch. And then bringing that weight forward again, we're going to go into our either a low lunge or just a back bend. You can keep that knee on the floor, raise the arms, and do a little back bend, or you can tuck the toes of the right foot and then come up into that low lunge. Again, you're keeping those shoulders down, but you're lengthening the arms, and then just opening the chest up towards the ceiling slightly. Yes, beautiful, nice and powerful. Really squeeze those glutes to kind of lift yourself up a tiny bit. Run and nice. Bring the arms down and then just step back into a downward dog. Spread those fingers, pressing those heels back towards the floor. And taking your gaze towards your hands, do a little jump towards your hands and bring yourself into a sitting position. I'll mirror you. So let's take the right leg out and then bring the left leg in towards the body. Now, actually, for this one, it really is, you might prefer to have that foot far away from you. What we're going to do is we're going to open this stretch out. So have a little play around to see where best works for you. So we're going to take the right hand, I'll mirror you, the right hand on the left leg, and then you're going to stretch that left arm over. And in this particular stretch, we're opening this chest towards the ceiling. Yeah, so you're kind of opening it out. Great. Nice. Yeah, so you're really getting into that left sort of side, into the left rib cage. Take the gaze towards the ceiling. Keeping that right leg activated, so it's long, toes are pointed towards the ceiling. You're trying to press the back of the knee in towards the floor so it lifts the heel up slightly. Nice, and then coming up Nice deep stretch, and change over for the other side. So again, maybe you need to bring that foot away. I like to have it quite close, so I get a bit of a better stretch, but you might prefer it further away. It might work better for you. So this time you're taking that right foot in, your left hand on the right ankle, and then you're reaching over. Again, you're keeping that chest open towards the ceiling almost. Keeping that left leg activated, so toes pointing towards the ceiling, pressing the back of the knee in the floor, and breathing into that right hip and into that right rib side of your rib cage. Really good. And then bringing that up. Right, let's do our staff. So this time bringing both legs in front of us, your seated mountain pose. And just spend a few moments just engaging those glutes so you kind of get this nice contact with the floor. You're just engaging your glutes, so you lift yourself up a little bit. Nice little bum workout. Taking the toes towards the ceiling. Lengthening the spine, lengthening the neck, and then pressing those knees into the mat. Inhaling the arms up, and then reaching forward. So you're trying to keep that spine nice and long, so you might not get very far, which is fine, but we're really working on that lengthening in the spine. Nice. Yeah. Slowly. Press those knees into the floor. See if you can lift the heels up. Keep those shoulders down. Engage the glutes for a second. See what difference that makes. And then relax over. Allow that spine to curve. Allow the head to be nice and heavy. And actually play around with relaxing your legs completely. And then engaging them. So pressing the knees into the floor, engaging the glutes, and then relaxing. Engage the legs, and then relax. And just imagining with each out breath that you're just getting closer and closer to your legs, even if you feel like they're very far away. Just allow that breath to work with your body. Great. And then bringing yourself up. Let's do a little bind. So I'm going to do it with you because I find it really hard to do the bind in mirror. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your right leg over the left leg, and the left leg is kind of tucked around, so then your left foot is near your right bum cheek. Yes, so you're kind of lengthening in this leg. I'm going to do opposite to you now, so then you can mirror me. It kind of should look a little bit like that. Great, hope you've all got that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand behind you, and then your left arm is going to come up and over. You should yes, that's the one. So again, I'll just mirror you so you can see it exactly as it should be. So you're kind of twisting over to the right side. This is one option. It's already quite an intense stretch. But if you want to try a bind, you can take this left hand. So I'll mirror you now. The left hand underneath that right leg. So you kind of have to hook that wrist under. And then you can take the right hand and see if you can bring it behind you to clasp that arm underneath. You're probably thinking, what on earth are you doing, Maria? So don't worry. You can just keep that nice lengthening. You don't have to attempt the bind. It's already quite an intense an intense twist. I'm just doing it with you. So we're twisting around to the right. You inhale, lengthening the spine, and exhale, twisting. I'm just holding that for a few more breaths. Even if you are in that bind, seeing if you can lengthen that spine, lengthen the neck. Great, and you can release that. Let's do it on the other side. So again, I'll do it with you and then I'll show you the mirror. So you're bringing this time your left knee over your right leg. Your left foot is over that right knee. And this time it's your left hand going behind you and your right hand coming up and over. So you're twisting to the left. And I'll just show you in the mirror, the mirror version, so you can see if you're getting it right. Yeah, so you're using that left hand behind you to help support and lengthen that spine. Yes, that's the one. And if you want to attempt the bind, so you're bringing that right hand, give a little wave, you're going to try and tuck it. You kind of have to wiggle it underneath that left leg and then see if you can grab the other hand behind you. But again, don't worry if you're not doing that. It's already an intense twist. You're inhale, lengthening that spine. Beautiful. And then exhale, just taking that slight twist. Right. A few more breaths. And just releasing that. Really good. Take yourself onto your back. And we'll just, I'm going to do a shoulder stand this morning. So bringing your soles of your feet on the floor. Palms flat. Neck nice and long. So your chin is kind of tuck its way into your chest. And what we're going to do, you've got two options. You can just raise the legs up towards the ceiling. And you can just enjoy, having those legs above your heart. If you want to try full shoulder stand, you can then use the palms of your hands to lift your hips up, keeping that chin tucked, so try not to look at me. You're then bringing your hands underneath your hips and you're lifting up as if somebody's got hold of your toes and they're pulling them up towards the ceiling. You're keeping that neck nice and long, nice and straight, tucking in towards the chest. Squeeze the glutes. If you can then move your hands slightly up your back. It's as if somebody's really pulling your feet, pulling you up. Squeeze the glutes. And just enjoy, again, your feet being above your heart. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then bringing those knees in towards the head. Bringing the hands back down along the mat and allowing that spine to kind of fold and curl back down onto the floor. Bringing those feet down. And just taking a few moments just to enjoy that. Then we go into a little bridge. So bringing those hips up off the floor, pressing the feet into the floor. Keeping the chin tucked, bring those hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Squeeze those glutes into your bridge. Bringing that belly in towards the spine. Great, and then bringing those hips all the way down. Then we'll go again. So actually, if wheel is in your practice and you want to go into a full wheel, if you feel nice and warm in your back, bring the palms, bring your palms above your side of your ears and lift into your wheel. Otherwise, just do another bridge. So you're bringing those hips up. Maybe you want to clasp your hands underneath. Squeeze those glutes. And slowly bring yourself back down. Yeah, bring those knees in towards the chest. Give your little legs a little rock from side to side. Maybe do some little circles with the lower back. And then we're going to squeeze everything. So bring your knee in towards your knees, your chin in towards your knees. Clasp your elbows, heels together, squeeze everything. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Really squeeze nice and tight. Squeeze your pelvic floor, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, and then release. Oh yeah. Shavasana. You're well deserved. So now you can just let everything go. Maybe you want to take your hands just for a moment underneath your head and just lift your head up a little bit. Just you can lengthen that neck and then allow it to kind of relax. Allow those shoulders to sink into the floor. And just allowing that floor to support your whole body. Just enjoy now some nice moments of just pure relaxation. Everything go. And I'll read you a little quote this morning that I wrote just before the session. Go with the flow. Take each moment as it comes. Smile at yourself first thing in the morning, even if you do. When you're feeling low, close your eyes and breathe. Tell yourself you'll be okay, that you're beautiful and loving and strong, because you are. When you're ready, just start to bring a little bit of awareness back into your body. Just giving the fingers and the toes a little bit of movement. And the head, maybe just rock it from side to side. And if you want to bring your hands above your head and give yourself a nice big stretch, you can. And then, in your own time, just allow yourself to gently go over to one side. And keeping your eyes closed, bring yourself up nice and slowly into a really comfortable seated position. And then let's together inhale our arms up towards the ceiling. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time. Palms together. Exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll close our class on 3 Oms followed by Shanti. And you can join in if you like, or you can just listen to the mantra. Inhaling. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. What an honor it is to be able to teach you. Thank you so much. Beautiful class. You guys are doing great. Well done. Have a lovely weekend. I wish you a fabulous Saturday and Sunday, whatever you're doing. And I hope that you managed to either achieved something in this class that you wanted to, or that you managed to do whatever it is that you thought about at the beginning of the class. If you're able to donate, you can do that via the website, www.yogawithmariagray.com. Again, thank you so much to all of you that are continuing to donate. Have a lovely weekend. You take care. Namaste.